Hey everybody, welcome to the ReCoop. I'm Cooper Daniels and I'm a guy that knows a little about a lot, and today it's my weekly, it's my AlgoRANT. Let's get into it. First off, how you doing folks? Last time I made an AlgoRANT, I was talking about how bad it was. I talked about holes and boats, and that boat did fine. But guess what folks, it's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. Oh shit, yeah. It just keeps on going. Bitcoin is on the verge of breaking 20,000. Ethereum is about to break 1,000. But Algo, man, Algo holding strong, climbing the charts. Folks, right now you got AlgoRANT at number 27, sitting a little above 30 cents with a 2 billion market cap. Remember when we had a 10 billion market cap? That was fun. I just got back from Consensus and there was some great news. You know, AlgoRANT is going to host the AVM, the AlgoRANT Virtual Machine World Tour. They're sponsoring hackathons all across the globe. Singapore is kicking it off. It's all pretty fantastic. They announced that state proofs will go live next month, and transactions per second are going up from 1,000 TPS to 6,000 TPS. It's big, folks. The tech doesn't lie. And guess what? The Ethereum Foundation is paying attention. And it looks like they're triggered, a little threatened. Old Ethy's a little threatened, folks. Let's read a little exchange that happened this morning. Today is, what day is it today? Today's Wednesday. Today's the day that the Fed raised interest rates more than they have in about 3 decades, 75 basis points. Now, the market seems to be reacting positively to this news because I guess it insinuates that the Fed is taking this seriously and they know the threat. So the market's like, we like that. And, you know, there's always risk that you're just going to speed us up into a recession. You know what I mean? It's a difficult thing. If you're counting on the Fed for a soft landing, you know, you got a chance. I'll say you got a chance, but it's pretty dicey out there, folks. It's pretty darn dicey. But anyways, I believe, and this is not financial advice, but I believe that you should be selling all pumps, and then, you know, you can buy dips and wash and repeat. Anyways, so today, this morning, I woke up to an inspired exchange. A guy named Dimitri from the Ethereum Foundation tweeted, AlgoRANT subset sum hash is not collision resistant. And then he had a little blog post about it that said a whole bunch of things that I didn't really understand. But thankfully, Paul Regal came through from AlgoRANT with a very good explanation. I won't read all the way through it. And then the homies at Little Free Club asked a question. Can you explain this in basketball terms? Now, Paul totally pivoted, didn't explain it in basketball terms. We would have appreciated it, but he didn't. But he did give a clear rebuttal to all of this nonsense. And by the way, I'm not going to dig into all of this. You can go back and read all of the stuff. You can read this Ethereum Foundation guy's blog post, but basically the idea is what AlgoRANT is trying to do is not collision resistant. It means it's vulnerable. And Paul said, well, the conclusion ignores the cost of memory used by the attack, totaling to whatever 105 bits, which equals about 4 million yottabytes. Never heard of a yottabyte before. That's okay. We're all in this together. A yottabyte. Yotta? Where 1 yottabyte is the estimated total amount of data that will be created, captured, copied, and consumed in the whole world this year. So basically what Paul's saying is that it would take 4 times the amount of data that the entire world is consuming in 1 year. So pretty collision resistant to me, isn't it, Dimitri? And then we haven't heard from Dimitri since. I think Dimitri is very actively blocking AlgoRANT community members. We're the best. We're the best. We were looking for a victory and we got it, and then we celebrated, didn't we, folks? And then a dude named Jeff, old Jeff, which I believe he is from maybe the Polkadot Foundation, but he said in a longer post, but I'll just read the first sentence, AlgoRANT's lattice VRF is verifiable random function, sucked too. Yeah, bro, Jeffy boy. Yeah, it sucked, didn't it? That old lattice VRF just sucks, doesn't it? And then our boy Paul came back and said, our VRF does not use lattices. And then Jeff responded with, oops. And then he proceeded to block every single person from the AlgoRANT community because guess what, guys? This just kind of lifted the veil, didn't it? The old veil has been lifted. You know what I mean? The veil has been lifted. Ethereum is threatened because imagine state proofs. Imagine if you're able to just move your assets across very cheap, very lightweight, and then you could just settle on AlgoRANT. Why the hell would you settle on Ethereum? They are noticing. You've made the right decision, I believe, by being here with me in AlgoRANT. All right. You know what also happened at Consensus, which I don't really feel like is getting enough attention. Like, there was a huge announcement. Speaking of state proofs, AlgoRANT announced that they are building a bridge from AlgoRANT to the Pulse chain. Do you guys know what Pulse chain is? It is created by the Richard Hart, who created Hex and Pulse chain, folks. Sylvia McCauley put out a tweet. He said, "The only thing bigger than Richard Hart's pee-pee is this collaboration." Sorry, what am I doing? Hex. This isn't true. If you believe that this is true. Do you guys know what Pulse Chain is? Basically a copy-paste of Ethereum, except for more sexy, you know, a more sexual copy-paste of Ethereum. Hex. I mean, like, just, guys, the name, Hex, to put a spell over you. Oh my God. Richard Hart has put a spell on people, and it is concerning. It is concerning. Man, I mean, look, AlgoRANT's beautiful. The tech, we're leading the charge. You know what I mean? This week, we found out that LimeWire, our big collaboration, is doing their NFTs on their first set of NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain. Their token's going to be an ERC20. What a wonderful partnership. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's going to be fine. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? They say they're going to do all their other NFTs on AlgoRANT, and that'll be fancy. Probably as long as AlgoRANT continues to funnel money their way. What else? I mean, and then, you know, then there's all of the other things. I mean, look, Bitcoin is about to break through 20,000. Ethereum is about to break through 1,000. And Celsius is probably going to claim bankruptcy. And they are a huge mess. I mean, that's a huge mess. Is BlockFi okay? Is Michael Saylor okay? Is everybody okay? But AlgoRANT is climbing the charts. Climbing the charts. Number 27, 30 cents. What else did I want to talk about? I don't want to forget anything. Oh, guys, look. Okay, first off, Coops. The Coops. The NFT project that you guys all know and love, right? Just make sure you've added HDL and stay tuned for more news. I know it's been a little quiet on that front, but there's a lot going on, folks. There's a lot going on, and stay tuned for V2. V2 is in the process. It's a fun little thing, and Coops V1 certainly will not be left out of the equation. Also, very soon, we're launching the podcast. Check out the art. Bank on AlgoRANT, help me with that art. So the podcast is coming soon. We're going to start with a select few of the interviews I've already posted on the ReCoop, and I'll do new intros for those. And then moving forward, all of my interviews are going to be more podcast focused. They will still be here with video, but I'm going to focus more on the audio quality and making sure that the podcast takes off. And as the podcast takes off, I'm sure there's going to be some podcast only content. So there's a lot of stuff going on. It's called Crypto with Coop. The ReCoop is going strong. There's a lot of good stuff coming. We're building in a bear market. I'm building in a bear market. We're all making it happen, folks. It's going to be okay. But guess what? This isn't the bottom. If you ask me, I don't think it's the bottom. Do you think it's the bottom? Why would anybody buy anything? It's just, that's what's out there. And sometimes that indicates a bottom, but it's not. The Fed just raised interest rates higher than they have in 3 decades. This is a very dangerous time. Be very careful. Do not over leverage. Oh my God. I mean, if you leverage at all, make sure it is very modest, okay? Please. And yeah, there we go. Hey, everything is going to be all right. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to get through this. Life is love, and love is life. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. What else? Anything else? I mean, some of the highlights that I saw at Consensus, I saw Pat Toomey and Kirsten Gillibrand and Cynthia Loomis and a Republican from the House. They did a panel on the regulation and the bill that they just did. And, it's funny when you see them in person talking to each other, they sure seem to like each other and get along well. It seems like crypto is bringing bipartisanship back. I don't know if that's actually true. Maybe that's just the way they are in person. But Pat Toomey and Kirsten Gillibrand certainly have an affection for each other. I saw another panel with people from the co-founder of Polygon, and there was a Polkadot guy from Moonbeam, and then there was an AVAX guy there. And, the Polygon guy says that all layer ones are going to die, and it's only going to be Ethereum. Seems unlikely Ethereum, seems unlikely, and Polygon. And that's it. Hey, guys, look, there's a lot coming up. There's a lot to look forward to, and we're just going to keep on plowing ahead. The ReCoop is going to roll on, and let's continue to have fun, get some good information, and stay sane. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. All right? Do your homework.